Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, we've got a feature that I don't do too terribly often. I like to call a Kickstarter autopsy, where I take a look at a game that did not successfully fund in this case, and we try and really pinpoint why. So in order to do that, we can't look at the main image anymore, but I think we definitely can start with the main image, and the fact that I felt the need to make a snarky comment of the title. Oh wow, it's a tree, exciting. Because yeah, the main image sucks. It's a box with a tree. Yippee skippy. You can't show me components, you can't show me prices, you can't show me mechanisms, shipping, nothing. Hey, a box. You know what makes you not special and unique? A box. Unless you're making a micro game, you're making a mid-tin game. Like, boxes are not special. At least you're trying to, yeah, just terrible way to start. Let's get to the video. VANEA, Guardians of the Eldertree. Welcome to VANEA, mystical and fairy tale world. The game takes place in the ElderForest. You're a guardian of the Eldertree and must defend it against scary monsters, bosses, and the spreading dark moon rot. I'll explore the ElderForest, collect 6 different elemental orbs to master all these elements, find magical ores, loot new abilities, and collect ore to craft powerful legendary equipment, hunt these monsters, and also get your powerful elemental companion. That is entirely too much, and it doesn't even include the most important information, which is player link, time count, age, and concretely mechanisms. You're telling me roughly the things we're doing in the game, and none of them sound particularly unique or special or different, right? And that's not a knock on you. It's hard to do that because there's been, look, ooh, dual-layered board. Like, cool. But you didn't show me that. I don't know that. Where's the video? Do we have a video? Bueller? Did you? No way. They had it. Did they not have a video? I don't believe that they didn't have a video. Because if they didn't have a video, well then yeah, duh. Like, what were you thinking? Like, this is 2025. You're not going to get away with not having a video and having a main image that boring. Like, that's just not going to fly unless you got a big IP or a name. And then these are the two you have here. Cool. Art and, hey, more art in a box. Yeah, because this is the relaunch page. So, okay. So after the video, do I want it? No. Can you do it? I don't know. How much is it? Not sure. Not a great start. If there's not a video, and if there was, I'd love to see it. So the campaign ended on 10/23. They raised $47,000, which was nearly to their funding goal, $69,000. So they were probably cruising towards that. I don't know when it launched exactly. We could probably go back and Google foo that. But that is good to know, because obviously I'm going to have a much less positive impression on this company as a whole if I find out they pulled the plug with 10 days left. And you're like, oh, hey, you would have slicked across the finish line, and you didn't want to do that because you're greedy. You know, that's most likely it. Either that or you're bullshitting us. It's one of the two, right? Pardon my French. I just got in a fight with my wife, and I feel like that was just me letting that out. So what I got now? VANEA, Guardians. So this is the relaunch page. Oh, they did Sirens: The Deep Sea. So this one, they actually decided to showcase their miniatures. Smart. I'm going to guess this one's not out yet. I feel like I would have heard about this one, but I did think I covered this one. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of boxes. Okay. Once again, I feel like that looks way better than the main image you had. If you did, in fact, have a lot of boxes in the other game, let's make sure people got their stuff. I'm going to guess no, not yet. Next step to the production phase, in your opinion, so nowhere close. Nowhere close, and they're launching another big project. Yeah, not a good look. Like, really bad look, and this is exactly why people used to have the tried and true method of launching with a small box game or a card game and then going to the big one. And because if you do that, you at least have some track record. Like, yeah, they put out a game. This one's in transit, like it's in production or whatever. But so that third game, it's like, yeah, but they've already done something. Now you have done nothing at all, and you're just like, hey, give us more money for this big game. We need $69,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a company who hasn't put out a game at all. Period. At least let's make sure they didn't. Actually, I should fact check that, because we should check Kickstarter to make sure that they don't have a Kickstarter project that we know about. Maybe they do have past projects, but I don't believe that is the case. This one's not out. This one's not. Yeah, so no. And this is their second game. Their first game is not out, and yeah. So just that's a bad look. Okay, yeah, we haven't shipped our big first massive game to show you that we can make great games. But we're going to launch our second one. Yeah, never a good look. Never, ever, ever a good look. 1 to 4 players, 45 to 120, 10 minutes, co-op, competitive. Okay, that'd be nice to know from the outside, especially if it's a solo game. Obviously. You're a guardian of the ElderTree. I don't care. Highly replayability, highly intuitive. Explore, enjoy, lose or win, repeat. Modular. Set your own playtime and customize as you wish. Why back now? Discount exclusive stretch pay. Cool. I still need to be sold on your game, especially if there wasn't a video. We are working with eStar, the manufacturer of Awakened Realms, and some other big names. I do like that. I do like the fact you're mentioning your manufacturer. I do think that's a good idea. I think not enough people do that. Just makes you look more legitimate. Backing means supporting small indie publishers with creative and crazy brain and two couples, fully designed. Okay. The VANEA uses intuitive exploration, character growth, and a seamless loot and crafting system as you build the monstrous forces of the ElderForest. It's fine. It's fine. This is the kind of quote that I don't really like very much because when I read this quote, I just come from my reviewer mindset of like, ooh, this reads to me like they didn't love the game. And the reason why is if you have to spend most of the quote just telling me about what you do in the game, I don't know. Like the intuitive exploration, character growth, and a seamless. So I guess they're saying it's streamlined. I guess I do like that. I don't know. I don't hate the quote, but I still, it concerns me a little bit. 467 cards. That's nice. You know what else would be nice? A price here. But no, we're going to beat around the bush. Why would you possibly want to know the price? We're going to waste your time. The expansion, which you already know you're going to buy. At least I would assume you do. As long as you do your job. Gameplay sneak peek. Oh, wow. A sneak peek of the gameplay you want me to spend X number of dollars on and you still haven't told me? Oh, but it did have a featured pledge way back when. So at least GameFound did their job of saying, hey, this is how much it costs to get that pledge. Standee version. You're going to show me the miniatures version yet? You're just going to beat around the bush here? Like, I hope there's not. Oh, it's acrylics? Yeah, there it is. Ooh, acrylics. Cool. Add in miniatures, stuff, things. This is so unorganized. It's just, hey, this is Warcraft meets Tower Defense. Okay. 223 bucks. Oof. Why isn't this the main image? That looks so much better than what you have. And granted, that's a very low bar. But yeah, hey, it's got miniatures. We're obviously fudging the size because clearly this tree's not the same size as that box, but whatever. So $223. Do I want it? No. I'm not in for the all-in. I don't feel like you've sold me well at all on this game. I don't feel like there's any particular reason why I need to have this game or why I need to buy it from you. And maybe that's just because I didn't want to take the time to read everything with a fine-tooth comb, which is why in 2025 you're expected to have a video. And I just want to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume there was a video there. And they just weren't that, I don't want to say incompetent, but that's what I'm thinking. And you know it. Okay. Gameplay. Okay, 111. That's not bad at all. I'm in. 81. Fine. Yeah, it's fine. We haven't got to shipping yet. Doesn't feel great. 164, the acrylic version. Okay. You got the Earth Phoenixes, miniatures. This crap. All this stuff. The ElderTree, was this the... I'm going to guess this was the free gift you got if you signed up. Because that was the other thing that really fascinated me with this. They had 10,000 people pre-launch, and they got 236 backers. That's a piss-poor retention rate. That means that people were like, yeah, no, I don't need this. And I can see why. Like, especially if there's no video, I feel no compelling reason to get this game in any way, shape, or form. You don't have a track record. You like, I'm waiting for the game. Ah, here we go. Gameplay videos. How to set up. Okay. Okay. I'm not even going to dog these style videos. I have done these. Oh, it's a solo playthrough. No, it's not. Oh, it's how to set up a solo playthrough. Okay. Prototype unboxing. And then the gameplay. Okay. Hour and 30 minutes. That's great. Good, good, good. Awesome. 2 hours how to play it. Okay. It's a bit concerning, but whatever. If it's a full gameplay, not. Can't look at your files. Awesome. Didn't want to see them anyway. Glad you took those out. Why would you want anyone looking at those in between Kickstarter things, right? Right? You wouldn't want to get any valuable feedback from people. I'm assuming I can't download this, right? Oh, no, it's there. I just don't see it. What? The heck? My file zip. How did I zip it? Did I get it? Oh, there it is. It's just not there. Odd. Let's take a look at it. Oh, that's because the folder's empty. Cool. Yeah, good call. Good call. You wouldn't want valuable free feedback on your rule booklet. Yeah, that makes me wonder if in the relaunch, if that's just so weird. Like, why would you take that down? I can't wait to get to the. And look at this. Look how bare bones this is. Why wouldn't you put a decent chunk of what you had on there, at least at the pre-launch? What are they doing? I really hate the cut of their jib at every single turn. Cool. Great. Don't care. I want to know more about your game and your cards, and I just. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. What? Jesus, people, stop copying Simon, please. How long was that? How long was that just chunk of garbage? Just plastic dribble. Look how big that chunk of the page is. We're at half point. That's a quarter of the page. That is nearly half the page that is just junk. Hey, you want to zoomed in components? No. No, I don't. Not over other things. Wow. That's a large team. But I'm going to guess that looks like a large team because they have a bunch of people that they like got services from to do things for. Okay, those are special eggs too. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, if you had 10 people on your team, woo! I back Cyrus for the cool theme and interesting looking gameplay, but they projected December delivery and spent a year developing the game further. Doesn't look good that they're launching another. Oh my, does that not look good? Oh my, that reeks of, hey, we need more money to push the old game out because tariffs or an unexpected expense. Thank you, Death Navy. That is an immediate 2/3 of a point grade bump down for me. Like, just from me to you, as someone who has studied a lot of Kickstarters, that is about the biggest red flag you're going to see. That's concerning. Yeah, they haven't hit production yet. Yeah, that's... Oof. Which means they haven't... Yeah, they're still shipping, and oh my... $29, $34, $39. So the price that already I didn't... So it's $105 for this game. And that's the standee version, correct? Wow. You got a lot of gall here. Like, that is... This is, And here's the problem with me. I guess it's not a problem. I worked for a manufacturer. I used to quote, like, I would literally get the quote for this game and then make the quote and say, here's how much it would cost. 500, 1,500, 3,000, 4,500. Here's what one thing I'd make. You have 14 extra cards that you can use or they left on the table. This is not an expensive game to make in any way, shape, or form. This is nowhere near a $105 game. This is nothing but cardboard and cards for the most part. And it just looks like they're just either... Oh, man. Like, that price for that game. That... Oof. Because here's the thing, people. That's an $81 game. We're talking deluxeified game here. If you were at that 80... So $60 still kind of feels like the MSRP, I feel like, for most people. $81, I feel like that's the MSRP for, like, a really premium feeling game. And yes, this has a lot of cards in it. It has map tiles, but this is... Yeah, it really feels like they are bending you over a barrel there if you're paying $100 and something for that game at that price. And maybe that was the point. Maybe the point was, yeah, we don't want people taking this pledge level because nobody takes this pledge level. But at the same time, it just doesn't look like a good value in any way, shape, or form to me. Do I want it? It's definitely attached to how much is it. How much is it is bad. Gameplay all in, 111. This one has its own shipping price, so let's make sure we do the due diligence on this one. So it's $145 for this game. Without standees, without minis. It's a lot of cards. And there's probably a lot of text in the cards, I guess. You didn't spend a lot of time focusing on that. You're just like, hey, look at all the acrylics and the art. And then the all-in. No. Just a no. Just a hard no. Unproven company. With some red flags, no less. And it's just, that's such a huge chunk. $260 can get you a lot of other all-ins from a lot of companies who you're going to be sleeping way better at night, not worrying about that $260, I think. And I don't feel like they did a good job convincing you that you need to take the risk on them. At least they didn't for me. And that would be even if I didn't look at their track record. I would still be like, yeah, uninspired. Relaunch page, miniature color, your opinion. I just want to see what people said, like with feedback. Thanks to, okay. We also want to use this to, so yeah, let's read this. Follow the relaunch page. Thank you for all your open and constructive feedback yesterday. It's credible. Oh, that's the one we want to get to. I want to see what people said. I don't. Is this, boom. We need your feedback, poll included. Beautiful. Love this. Third of a point, great bump up. This is how you do it. Thank you for always following with such enthusiasm for the launch and back. First of all, thank you for the private message. Camila's eye is getting better. The cornea was cut open, but only on the surface. We'll do okay. After the science campaign, one of the biggest feedback received from you was our open communication with you. We want to continue. Yeah, people like that. Since we're not currently seeing a decline in followers, we're still grateful to be at 11.2. We want to know that we are currently missing. What have we overlooked? Is your cash flow the biggest point? Just a note. What is missing for you to bring VANEA to the table? No money, because there's so many campaigns running at this moment. Okay. Did they put that poll there? Did they put that? I plan to invest a lot of money at the Spiel. Modern, simpler card design. Other topics, please let us know. 94. Yeah, let's get to the honest stuff. Because, yeah, this reads to me, your game's not good enough to get my money right now. Maybe launch in winter when there's less crap. Come back in January. But I don't even think I think this is more just that page. It was not good. It wasn't fun. I'm always intrigued by games that have hex maps and promise exploration. Sure, I care about combat and leveling up, but if the game with the hex map doesn't scream thematic, interesting, excited, very exploration in terms of counters, quest missions, I'm going to look at most recent, most popular. Here we go. The game from your last campaign, Sirens, is still in development. The Pledge Manager won't open until January. So we don't know yet what the quality of your games will be like, both physical quality and mechanical quality. That's me talking. Or whether they will actually be delivered. I think you should finish Sirens first before starting your next big project. Notice the one word there. Otherwise, people might get the impression that your focus is divided between the two games and your money. Like Simon Games! And we all know how that goes. This. You can read. I love GameFi for just letting me poke and hair and poke stuff. End of the year is just absolute crap. A lot of expensive competition. Yeah. Thank you. We could use that. Okay, whatever. You're running a second crowdfunding campaign immediately after delaying your first one, meaning you've successfully delivered exactly 0 campaigns. You would have had better luck if Sirens had delivered and was a hit. Hard sell asking to borrow money from me again, and you haven't paid me back the first time. With little information on the actual gameplay, I wonder if this is going to fall into another Siren situation where there appears to be only a half-baked idea for a game that's halfway through its, oh God, yeah. Going back to Sirens, yeah, I complimented Sirens on that main image because it showed like 8 boxes, but that's exactly why it's probably developing still now, a year after it was, oh boy. At least they learned from their mistake this time and just launched the base game and 1 expansion. October is a terrible launch month if you're not a well-known publisher piggyback on an IP. Yeah, the board game art is kind of blah, yep. Really needs more, and yeah, runs together. Just, there was so much, just plug. Probably should have delivered your first campaign. Duh. Hi there. Thanks for allowing the opportunity to share feedback and also for the great work you've shown. So the project, competitive environment. There's quite a few. Got it. Miniatures. I earned a lot of games with that many minis. Transparency and insights. Core message. Phrases like Warcraft meets Tower Defense sound interesting, but they feel a bit too vague. Yeah, your quotes suck. Like I said, from looking at the campaign page, it's hard to tell what the game actually is on a conceptual level. There's a lot of writing. Is there? So yeah, I'm just going to look for the word video. Okay. I'd like to see more. I don't think they had a video. Why would I want to watch 2 hours of gameplay videos just to understand what a game is if I haven't been given any information to make me interested in the first place? Yes, that is exactly it. You have earned nothing. Nothing. You have accomplished nothing except running successful Kickstarter campaigns. Until you ship out those, you have done nothing. Like, yes, in a personal level, you have succeeded greatly at raising a large amount of money. But if that game doesn't come out, which, let's be quite frank, I love sports. And one thing I love in football is when they have that, this is the percentage chance that this team is going to win. And it greatly fluctuates based on what happens in the game. This event right here, you postponing your original very large game and then turning around and launching this game, which, without a main fucking video, just reeks of desperation. And I hope that's not what it is. I hope it's not, Jesus, we really are going to need some money on the short end, so we're going to have to push this out the door. But why else does it feel like you would push out something this, I don't want to say this unpolished, but this polished in, like, it's just, did you really think that just focusing on nothing, the things you focused on, it's just, ugh. Substance over style. Sorry, style over substance. Just, this is it. I like the idea of VANEA after watching the videos, so there's just not a main video. Is that right? There's a bunch of expensive campaigns going on. Did they really not have a main video? Like, how is no one mentioning this if that was in fact the case? Like, I feel like that's like, hey, yeah, maybe you should have a video instead. Like I said, a 2-hour. Maybe there was a video, and it's just not. I don't know. I will check one thing though. I will do it on YouTube and see if maybe we can find it. A lot of times they'll put the trailer on YouTube because that is going to directly impact my grade. If you showed up to this job application, so to speak, after not delivering anything and delaying as a first time, and then you come up with no video. It's just like dead on arrival. And the fact that you thought anything otherwise was going to happen because you were like, hey, come 10,000 people want to get our stupid free coin. I'm glad you got a taste of reality there. Like, because more people need to see these tastes of reality. Stop copying CMON, people. It will burn you. God. Okay, so final grade, I guess. Yeah, those are the relaunch. Yeah, so I just want to check out the comments to get out of here. Man, I was really hoping this would be a great project. Let's go most recent on this one. This makes me sad. I've been looking forward to some page, but I guess giving it more time in the oven can never hurt. Yeah, you need some more. I definitely checked this out in February. Been working and finally got around to commenting some of my opinions. The card art seems outdated, not easy to read. It did. It seemed like it was very small in some spots. I wasn't nitpicking because at this point, she's dead already. I haven't just watched the gameplay yet, but I counted 5 to 6. But yeah, just the fact that you're forcing people. Like, what were you thinking? Did they have a video on sirens? I guess they did. I was on GameFound, whatever. Actually, I can look it up in here. And then I'll give it a final grade. So do I want it? No. No, I don't. I don't feel like you really did a great job convincing me, despite the fact I do like Warcraft Rumble and I like tower defense games, but just everything else about this just feels like a giant flag waving, like just saying, hey, you should be extra concerned about what's going on in the bed. That looks great. Like, that looks really good, and I hope it's fantastic, but... Oh, do they have a video? We didn't need a video last time. All right. This is directly to the people. If you see this, don't listen to that person again. I imagine it's one of the 4 people in the couple. That person is no longer allowed to make Kickstarter decisions. They clearly have no fucking idea what they're talking about. And I don't care how much that $285,000 is there. If you think in 2025 you're going to parade that, like, yeah, you got dual, oh, man. Oh, man. I would love to know what other decisions because this was an active choice that was made. Yeah, we didn't need it last time. Why do we need it this time? I know it's industry standard. I know that there's literally statistics that say your likelihood when you don't have a video drops exponentially. But hey, we're not going to put in research. We made $285,000. We know what we're doing. No, you don't, because you haven't put out a damn game yet. That game hasn't been reviewed. That game hasn't been manufactured. Yeah, like, it doesn't even sound like your manufacturer has the files, and you have the audacity to come out and ask for $69,000 more for a game that cost $100+ to ship to me that is nothing but cardboard and cards? No! You are bending me over a barrel so you can make acrylics and miniatures, and it's incredibly transparent. And you didn't even sell me well. Like, I can get it. We get to $100 and you did a great job in your video. I say 476 cards and all the text in the cards. You could have earned that, but you didn't. You didn't even try to it look like. You're like, oh, look at the pretty acrylics and minis. I am so disgusted with Sirens the Deep. I just, man, the more I think about this project, the more it just pisses me off that they would have the audacity to do that. Like, yeah, we haven't shipped our first thing that's, you know, huge, but we'll just go to the next huge thing. Get out. Get out. This is reality here. I'm glad it shut you down there. Hopefully you kick ass in February, and the game is incredible when it comes out. But do I want it? No, I don't. You didn't sell it well, and even if you did, I'd still be incredibly concerned. Can you do it? No. No, you can't. You have not shown me in any way, shape, or form that you can get this game to my door, and in fact, you have put thoughts into my head with your track record and what you have done and how you have handled the situation. As transparent as you may have, but money is a real and physical object. And the longer that this first game doesn't get sent out, the more of that money is probably slowly trickling away, or inflation is slowly trickling away at it. And it's just, it is incredibly concerning because this was most likely probably supposed to be the shot in the arm that was going to help. I'm not speculating that, but that's what has happened with a lot of other companies where they take from one to pay for the other to push it out the door, and eventually there's something that can go wrong with that. But if you're having to do that, at least that's what it looks like on the first project, we're done. I'm out. Because once again, I look at this from a whole different perspective. I'm not just looking at the fact that it's like, oh yeah, they only have one expansion of this game. We still have acrylics, we still have minis, and it looks like those are going to be a bunch of extra different boxes, right? So we're still getting SKUs upon SKUs. Oh man. Do I want it? No. Can you do it? No. I don't feel comfortable with that. And how much is it? It doesn't feel good. None of your pledges feel good. You didn't sell me on any of them particularly well. And it's just very concerning. So the final grade for me is D minus. Like, I'm going to go try and think of what I thought they did well. I guess that's the question. I think I did get the transparency was well done. Asking for feedback, that was good. Taking down the rule booklet, that looks like a coward thing to do. And it's completely counterintuitive to what you're trying to do. Like, I have no respect for you at all for taking, like, there's zero reason. Only good things could come out of that. Because all you have to say is, yeah, that's a work in progress. We've actually put a lot of polish in it since then. And we found, you know, like, there's, you just like, nope, we don't need that. Leading with $250. Get out of here. How many boxes is this? So this is in $17. This is $17 for this miniature in a box. This is what I was talking about, SKUs, right? $17 miniature, $17 miniature, $17 miniature, F. I was in a D minus, and then I actually looked more into it, and now I'm just a straight up F. VANEA, Guardians of the Eldertree. And I don't know if this is because I just got in a fight with my wife about something, or if this is just, I can't believe that someone would really think they were going to be able to do that. They were just like, yeah, we'll just squeeze out another one. They'll just give us more money. No video needed. Yeah, F. Let's get out of here. Have a good one. Bye.